Hi beauty fam. So today I will be showing you a lot of my makeup stash, and I am doing an old-fashioned declutter. When I started my makeup collection, I made a promise to myself that it started being out of my Alex drawers or my makeup vanity. Then it was time to really do more of a cutthroat editing. And so I have gone through my collection and decided what to throw away, which is old, and then pass on or try to sell. So if you're interested in this content, then please keep watching. I actually went over this top drawer pretty recently. I went ahead and bought some of these Alex drawer inserts from IKEA and decided I wanted to create a top drawer, top shelf for my makeup, most used makeup. So a lot of this is thinned out already. What I will do is kind of show you some of this, but most of it is, I'm not going to get rid of this stuff is what I'm saying. So over here I have my blushes, and if you're interested in seeing my top shelf, I think, let me know. I feel like it's starting to spill over, and the fact that I'm using a lot of different surface areas. So that's my tell. All the drawers after this, and then what might be in a shelf on my left hand side. My top shelf foundations, and I have these for foundation application, some random brushes here that don't fit in my containers. These are not going to go. I feel like I've gotten a lot of these within the past 6 months, so that's not going to get decluttered. I just recently got that. This is the Sonia G brush. What do you call it? The designer brush. It's pretty. I ended up getting two. I do feel like it was a bit gimmicky, and I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat things for you, because I think sometimes content creators will create the mystique that everything is great. It did. This is what it looks like after 2 washes. I feel like you can get this same synthetic material on Amazon for a cheaper price. I think what I'm paying for is the design here. So if I could go back again, I don't think I would have bought 2. I just, I ended up buying 2, and I should have just gotten 1. Okay, so I have these hair clips here. So I use that when I'm doing my foundation. This I saw someone use to help separate the eyelashes. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't use it, so I'm gonna toss that. And I just recently got that, so that's staying. So let's see, I'm going on to my lipsticks. I just got that this year. This was my go-to in the summer, so I'm not gonna get rid of that. These are great. The Chanel Ultra Tenue lipsticks. One side is the matte lipstick and the other side's the gloss. That's the gloss side you put on after you put this on. And these are great for being mask proof. I have a lot of these, and I never reach for these. So I'm gonna put those aside. I love my Suku lip gloss and glows, so I'm not gonna get rid of any of those. I have a lot of those. And then some of their lipsticks. So let me take a look at their lipsticks. I love their glows more than their lipsticks. So if you're curious in trying Suku and you don't know what to try, I would say start with the lip glows. These are lip glows, but they were part of the holiday pack. They just got those. And these are the lipsticks. So let me take a gander. That one was too bright for my taste. I just bought that one. I wanted something brown. That's pretty. Okay, we're gonna keep that one. I just bought this one. I just wanted something a little bit browner. So these are more satin. It reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury, but no smell, and I think they're a better quality. They're more pigmented. This is for summer. That's a pretty color. It's this orange one I never reach for. It looks great on videos because it doesn't translate as bright. So I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile to get rid of. Okay, and then these I feel like are really old already, and I never reach for these. And I got these before I discovered the lip glow, the Suku lip glows and fogs. Kind of the same premise. They're liquid lipsticks. This is from Bobbi Brown. This top one is Rouge. This is Oh, I'm sorry. This one, that first one was Smoothie Move. This is Give a Fig. And this last one is Juicy Date. And I think that's my favorite one, is the Juicy Date. It's like the perfect pinky nude. It reminds me a lot of these kind of colors. So I think what I'm going to do is get rid of these two. I can't pass these on because I think, you know, once it touches your lips, it's a contaminant. So those are going to be tossed. And over here are just samples that I eventually want to try. I don't know if you can see that. Just make sure. Right, you can. And that's the downside of these Alex drawers. It goes back another, I want to say another 6 inches. So you kind of lose that space for storage. So it's like the dead zone that you can't really use that space for anything. I just got that. I love this powder, but for the smell. So I don't reach for it as often. I got this from Orsi. Ooh, oh no, I should not have opened that. So it's a nice product. It's not going to beat out my Sisley matte powder, but what I was going to show you was that I would love this receptacle. So there's a divot, if you can see, and it's perfect for big brushes, but that's what happens when you lay it on its side. Here is like the Neverland. I can tell, like I shoved it in the back, where I don't even know why I bothered, because if it's back there, I know I'm not going to reach for it. I think this is good. I'm going through it because as I look at other things that I want to buy, I just have to remember, like, I don't need a lot of this stuff I want to buy. So these are the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle, I want to say, the matte lipsticks. That was thick, THICC, and I forget what this one is. Candy Venom, super like a hot pink. So I have this color in so many different brands, but I'm going to keep that just because the Candy Venom, because it's like that beautiful hot fuchsia. I love it, like in the summer, and also you can gloss that out. So I'm going to get rid of thick. I don't need that anymore. I'm actually going to put it here so I reach for it. And I really wanted to try the House of CILS lipsticks and then get one of these. I have to say, I think this is like a heavy influencer kind of product, that but for influencers and YouTube. I don't think a lot of people would know House of CILS. And here's the thing, I think they're beautiful and they're pigmented, but again, it's a House of CILS is a perfume company. So if you like perfume and you love perfume in your products, you're gonna love this brand. So this is just an extra case. It's totally a luxury item, a totally decadent. I don't need this, but I got it because I wanted it. And it's Swarovski crystal. And what happens that you take these out, these mechanisms, and then you swap in these other colors. So like I said, I have a lot of that color. I do like the emolliency of this better, so that's why I got rid of that one. So that's the mechanism. And I'm thinking that I might just keep this. Oh geez, and it always opens. This is what I don't like about it. Okay, so when I got the House of CILS lipstick, it came, there's different packs and they come in different colors. So I ended up getting them in these, which are, they're beautiful. And the only person I feel comfortable maybe passing this on to is my sister, but she's not really a red color person. So really beautiful colors. And that is, the first one is King. Next one is Royal Highness. And the idea is that you trade out depending on what you're wearing. This is Queen. I think I like this one. Is this Queen? I can't tell. So once you take it out of here, you have to make sure to look here. No, this is actually Exotic Rosewood. Sorry, that one. So it's pretty pigmented. I like that. Again, it's just that it's laden with perfume, and I don't like it. It's just so close to my face. So I'm sighing because I just love the colors, but I know I don't reach for it because of the smell. So this is Royal Seduction. Really beautiful. Beautiful reds. And I have a lot of reds. So I think what I'm going to do is pull these aside and then see if my sister wants them. Actually, you know what? I'm realizing maybe I should give it to my mom. My mom likes colors like this. So I'm going to keep the rosewood and then rehome the rest to my mom. I'm actually going to give this orange one. She might wear that, actually. She likes bright colors. What I'm going to do is then reorganize this and put brushes back here, a bit more accessible. This is Real Techniques foundation. I love that foundation brush because it's synthetic and it just goes on really smoothly. This was the Faux series from Toyota. I thought that might be really good for foundation. It's just too prickly. I don't like this. I think it's better for cream contour or foundation. And I love this as a foundation brush. This wonderful. I think this is also synthetic. So that's one of my favorite foundation brushes. It reminds me of that free one you get from Chanel. Anyway, you get that with the Water Fresh Tint Beige foundation. So I end up using this one and this one for cream contours and bronzers. So I kind of tuck that in here. Which one? Oh, my mom would love that one. So I'm going to pass that on to her. And that one's like a hot fuchsia. This reminds me of that. Okay, why don't I do this? It reminds me of this color, the Fenty Beauty one, except a little bit more red. But I like this one because it's a little bit fresher than this one. And that right one is called Royal Highness. So I think I did a pretty good job of thinning that out. Actually, I'm going to put that in here. Put that in here. And I put my sharpeners here. It's pretty good. Actually, what I'm going to do is move this here. Yeah, that's better. Let's see if that works. Haha, that works better. Okay, so my Lisa Eldridge, Chanel Ultra Tenue, my favorite matte. Clé de Peau Beauty Radiant Fluid Natural Foundation, La Mer, and the Tom Ford Soft Matte. And it's a different matte. These mattes are like, that's a soft focus matte, and this is like matte, like I'm going to an event all day kind of thing. This is my ride or die right here. And this is beautiful for masks and just a topper on top of foundations. I also grab this when I'm on the go and I know I'm going to be outdoors wearing a mask because it doesn't transfer. Does not. Oh boy, what's in here? Random blush slash foundation slash summer shades. Okay, so let's start here. I think I should move these. These are my Sisley lipsticks. Yeah, okay, these are my Sisley lipsticks. I love these. These are not going anywhere. I just wish I had a better way to store them. Okay. And then a lot of my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, they are not going anywhere. I got this lipstick holder, I think, from Amazon. Oh, here's more of that House of Sillage. So I don't need all of these. Whoops, I don't need all of these colors. Okay, if I hedge on it, that means I should just get rid of it. Okay, that's gone because I just got this. This is beautiful. This is the met in Argentina. I'll move that over here. These are my Chantecaille, part of that Plumeria Acacia, that Elephants collection. I loved these colors. These are the first time I actually felt compelled to buy Chantecaille lipsticks because I thought they were more tan person, brown person friendly. At the beginning, Chantecaille to me felt like they really just gravitated towards people with light skin. So with the exception of a pop of color like this. So that beautiful berry, elderberry. I love this formula. So I have most of the Lisa Eldridge Velvet lipsticks, I think, but for one or two. And you can see where it starts to overflow when I just throw it in there, which is a tell. Okay, controversial. These are old, so I am actually going to just toss them and it feels so bad. Like, this is why this is such a good thing to do a look through of decluttering, because at least for me, I don't like to have too much stuff and then I get stressed out and have anxiety about like having too much stuff that's cluttering my life. So I always feel really good after I declutter. But these are beautiful. Maybe I'll keep one. So this is, I know which one I use the most, which was, I think, this one. Yeah. This is this beautiful color. Clé de Peau. It's really, it's like, again, it's like that lipstick formula. I think it was this one I actually used. Super Fresh. I didn't use the red one. It's just, it's hard sometimes. I feel like I'm gonna like red and then it's just red is a really bold color to pull off. And that, I don't even know what color that is anymore. Silk Kimono. This is Midnight Magic. And this is Delicious Dream, this one. So I love that one. And then I'm gonna get rid of these. I think I'm gonna actually give them to my mom. Again, she likes lipstick, so that was thrown in there. So I want to find a home for that. Here we go. And then I have a bunch of Charlotte Tilbury. Let me move these. These are Tom Ford's. I'm gonna smell them, do the smell test with them, because the old Tom Ford formula, they said it gets bad, it turns really quickly. So these are the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I have a lot. These are samples I'm gonna try. So I often put samples here for lipstick for me to try. I actually have some here too. Here are lipsticks I need to try. So I'm going to move them over. Nope. Lipstick, 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 lipstick. I'm gonna get rid of that. That was great, but I don't think I'd use it again. Chanel Timeless Collagen Bath. Let's put all the lipstick stuff together over here, because then I'll be compelled to use them. And again, see, I have the space back here, which is so sad. It's like an extra 6 inches. And this space here bothers me. So just stand up straight. Okay, I'm gonna put that here. Okay. So what happens unless there's a barrier, it starts to slide back every time I open it. Which is so annoying. Actually, I'm gonna put something back here so it doesn't do that anymore. So these are Charlotte Tilbury. I just bought these. Super Fabulous, Cat Walking, in the Pillow Talk lipstick. I like this. It doesn't show up so much, but I like it as a gloss if I put gloss under. Supermodel. These are my two favorites, actually. This In Love with Olivia and Glowing Gem. I'm gonna keep those. This is a wonderful color, but I think this is old. Yeah, I don't know. This is my favorite nude color. I'm gonna hold on to that. Velvet Ribbon, you need to be close to them. Which one is this? Oh, Christy. I just got that too. Really pretty summer shade. So I'm gonna put that near the NARS because that's my summer shade. Which one is this? Oh, this is Pat McGrath Flesh Fatale. I like this, and I know I'm gonna get rid of it already. I like this already, but it's just a lot of micro glitter in there, so it just feels chalky after a little bit. So I'm just actually going to toss it. I know it's old. Flesh 3. It's the same thing. I think they almost are getting rid of that formula. So I don't know if you can see there's actually glitter particles on there. Really beautiful on, but it's just, I know I'm going to get rid of it because you know why? This year I picked up the Byredo shimmering lipsticks and it has bumped these out because it has the shimmer without the particles in that get gritty on my lips. I love this Byredo shimmering lipstick. So what I'm gonna do is actually get rid of these. I know this is a color my mom doesn't want, and these are old, so I'm just gonna pass, just actually get rid of those. Let's see, I just got that lipstick from Chanel. I don't have a lot of Chanel lipsticks, which might be surprising for most, but I love that color. Definitely have a type. Keeping that Christy, I just got that. And love this, but I haven't been compelled to get another one just because, I don't know, they're just really expensive. Central Park, and this is Bond number 9. Super emollient, and and pigmented. So I love the way this feels on my lips. So if I see a sale of these, I'm going to pick up some more. I'm not keen on the mechanism. I know it was kind of one of those high-end cases, but I'm just not into that. I mean, I tried it with this and I hardly ever use it. So I'm not going to get sucked into that packaging bit again. But in terms of the formula, great. I do feel like the colors skew towards light folk. So this is probably like one of the deeper non-pinky pink colors that translate better on tan warm skins. So much lipstick. So good I'm doing this because it just shows me really need to stop buying lipsticks. Okay, I'm going to put these out. This is Night Mauve. Just put these down here. Wicked Ways. I love this lipstick. This one. Look. And I'm smelling them just to make sure they smell okay. This is pretty old. It's probably time to get rid of this one. Adora. Here's the thing about Tom Ford lipsticks. I actually think they're some of the best lipsticks.
just because I have aging lips and then I'm starting to have cracks in my lips. But once I put these on, they plump up my lips without having any plumping mechanism. I don't like that when it tingles my lips, but it just plumps up my lips and makes me look full. I love it. But they don't last long, so I'm really having a hard time getting rid of these. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. This is actually a limited edition Ultra Rich Ines, I-N-E-S, from the Boy Girl collection. Boy Girl 0, I can't even read the number, 06. It's a mini. Just love this color, and I haven't been able to find a dupe of that. It's got this shimmer to it too. So I'm gonna keep that. And I think this is a sample of Casablanca. Right. You know, I have a hard time getting rid of my Tom Ford lipsticks just because I love them so much. Okay, so these ended up migrating over to the shelf next to me. I'm definitely not getting rid of these. I just got these for a holiday. These are the Givenchy special packaging. It's this velvet and gold. I love this. This is what I mean. Like, I prefer this kind of packaging versus this. This is like ostentatious and like borderline. And I'm so sorry if you really like House of Sillage. I don't mean to offend. This is about makeup and art and aesthetics. Like, some people rock, you know, some people just like certain things. I like it, but it reminds me of like a little bit borderline's gaudy, but gaudy gorgeous is kind of cool. Like, anything more than this, I just wouldn't like. I kind of like clean aesthetics and more classy, simple looks. So this Givenchy with the gold and this black velvet and this mechanism with this design is just beautiful design. Whoever is their designer for their lipsticks and packaging. Now this is like a black gold with some red flecks and silver and black. And this is the Rouge Grain, a beautiful red. Look at that. And that's why when I'm doing this, I'm like, I don't feel bad about getting rid of the other ones because I'm plenty good on reds. Let's finish these out. You know, I'm still on the fence about this formula. I know I did a video on it. This is Yeux. I'm going to keep them, I think, just because they're new. So I'm going to keep them, but challenge myself to use that more. And then I have one Rogue Charlotte Tilbury Runway Royalty, which is like a nude. That's what she does really well, Charlotte Tilbury, and the nudes and the pinks. So I'm going to keep that for now. I'm just going to put it here. I just got this one, which was, I just reviewed this, Nude Romance. Let me put it next to here. It's a little bit more orange, which I like. Okay, so time to be cutthroat. Wicked Ways, You're Staying, because I love that color. I did a video with, I can't remember, Tom Ford and Photosynthesis, and I topped it, like my look was finished with this, and it just looked gorgeous. So I'm wondering, let me move that. Can I move them here? Haha. If I can find a space for it, I will. I'm going to keep the Tom Ford. They smell okay. Okay, so I'm going to keep them just because they're so expensive. These are like $50 lipsticks. I think, you know, some of these are like not as expensive. When I think of the most expensive lipsticks, it's going to be Tom Ford and then the Sisley. And then the next tier is like Givenchy and Chanel. So I'm just being cognizant also of how much I spent on those. So this is my Suku blusher. This is like the 101 palette. And so as I'm, you know, I forgot to do, as I was looking through this, there were things that I just wanted to also pull as part of my Project Pan challenge. So I'm going to pull this to try to pan that this year. I have one of these makeup palettes. Let's go in here. I don't think anything is going to go in here. These are all my Pat McGrath blushes. And then I always put the color names up so I can see. I started leaving these back in the package because I couldn't tell what I was picking up from the box, or from the container without seeing it. So I keep it here so I can see. It is a bit small, so that is a little bit irksome, but I try to put the color up so I can see it when I grab it. Cherry Blaze, Tom Ford. I don't want to get rid of that, obviously. I'm going to put that up. And again, see, like, it's nice, like these pouches, but then I'm like, I don't know what I'm grabbing. Oh, this is, oh, the controversial one. Okay, so this is what's causing me this is what's making me pause on getting the Chanel blushes. So I got sucked into the reviews and the hype about the design of this. I want to say, well, I can't remember. With COVID, everything's a blur, but like I want to say this is 2 years ago that this blush came out, and it's gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. But do I reach for it? No, I don't. I think this would be prettier as an eyeshadow. So this is what I'm afraid is going to happen. Like I buy those new Chanel blushes and then I'm just testing myself to see I'm getting sucked into the hype, because what I don't like about this is that I don't know if you can see, it's too shimmery and it ended up emphasizing my texture. So what I am going to do is actually see if my sister wants it, and if she does not want it, then I'm going to try to sell this on Mercari or Poshmark. So this is one of my favorite Chanel blushes, and this is, what color is this? This is Malice, and this is my like ride or die. I used this color Malice through my like 2 decades, I want to say. Not this product, but I think it was like in my 20s and 30s. I use that blush a lot, so I'm not going to get rid of that. I have like a special sentimental place in my heart for that color. This is one of my favorite blushes in my collection, and I haven't found anything like this. This is the color Inhibition, and this is the old Tom Ford formula, and I love it. And it's just, there's something about this formula where it goes on, where it's matte, but it's also just illuminating without being glittery or shimmery. So, and I use this a lot, and I have not hit pan. Oh, you know what? Maybe this should be in my project pan. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that as my project pan also. What's that down here are just packages of the House of Sillage. There's the Hermes that I got for the winter extra. So I have that House of Sillage. What I'm gonna do is actually just shove it back there as a buffer so that this doesn't slide back anymore. So I'm almost gonna pan. I'm gonna pan, this is already panned, so I'm gonna switch that out at some point. I have a backup. This is my summer color, and Chanel's my favorite. And I have a backup of one of my favorite bronzers. I'll show you. It's the Gold Dust, and they discontinued this, so I went and made sure to get this. I just love this bronzer. So, and does anyone need a bronzer that big? No, but jeez, it's so huge. But that was the only one I could find. And then I just have some backups here, which is kind of ridiculous. I usually don't get backups, and I feel like what ends up happening is that I end up actually giving it away. Oh, this is my summer color, 040 from Suku. No regrets about this. I'm using my Affair gloss like no other. And then, let's see. Oh, I'll open this at some point. This is one of my favorite mascaras. This is so sad. I think I'm actually going to try to sell this. I thought I really liked this. This was the under eye cream that I used for a year last year, and then I started using a different product, and I started using a sample of this again, and I found that it was too greasy and like bothering my contacts. So if I can't sell this, this is going to go to my sister. She might like it. So I know a lot of you also bought the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enlivening Blush, and the mechanism failed a lot of us. So I think this one was okay. That's why I did not decant it. But here are the other colors. And I got this from Lexi Jong that she decanted. And it's so disappointing that this didn't work out well. I think she actually pulled this from her website, and they might be either reformulating or redoing the packaging. Beautiful. Dante's Dream. And I do reach for this. Actually, I reach for this one the most because I don't have anything like that in my collection. But the other two, let me pull something out. Is it in here? Yeah. So I need to get a different container for this. This is the Kier Weiss Cream Blush Above and Beyond. And this is Sun Touched. Love. These are my favorite cream blushes. I don't know what it is in this formula, but they're gorgeous. These don't stay as long on my cheeks. And I have oily skin, so maybe that has to do with it. So that's pretty similar, right? Let's let me swatch it. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. color that is. Don't flip that over. It's pretty similar. Yeah, there's something about this Kjaer Weis formula that's better than the Lisa Eldridge. What I'm going to do is actually keep this still, and then I might do a mid-year declutter again, just because I bought those like in less than a year and it pains me to get rid of it. This I love, but it broke. I just really don't like when products break. I dropped it and oh Jesus. Case in point. So if things are broken, I am not going to reach for it. It's just so sad. But I'm just gonna, this is a decluttering video. So this is a medium Danessa Myricks medium power bronzer. And my hand cream, this is a great bronzer. You see that? It shows up on my tan skin. But you know what? I just said that to you that it's broken. So I'm not gonna reach for it because I don't wanna, I'm the kind of person who's practical in that if it's like not working for me in terms of I can't travel with it or I can't easily open it without causing a mess, then it's going to go. So literally it's broken and I need to process that out loud just in order to be okay getting rid of it. I'm going to toss that. Okay, I'm going to put this back. And this is Tower 28 Bronzino West Coast. Really great in the summertime. I don't pull for this in the winter, but this is like a natural bronzer glow. I like putting this when I have either no makeup or just super light makeup, like a tint in the summer. So this is definitely something I reach for in the summer. So I'm going to put it back here actually, because I know I'm not going to reach for it. What I do is I rotate my makeup with the seasons too. I'm sure some of you do that too. So that's set. This is set. I have not done a video of this yet. Actually, I need to put these back. I need to get a different container because I don't like these that they're together. I ended up getting the some Cleona eyeshadows just to try out, and here are some of them here. Really beautiful. This has like a green shift, pink shift, and that's purple. And some of these are from the Stained Glass series, and you know what, it's like I got overwhelmed of trying to pick what they have on their website, and I'm not, this is my first purchase from them, so I kind of, maybe I made a rookie mistake. I just didn't know what to buy. So I think they're pretty. I think I could have done without these because I have the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 3 palette, which I feel like a lot of these are dupes for that. So Spring Equinox is green, so it has a green shift too. These are highlighters, by the way. Strawberry Moon is the one with the pink shift. Do you see that? And the others are Blue Moon is like a blue shift, and this is a gold. So it's kind of like the same concept. And I already had spent like a lot of money on this, and these are not cheap. I think they're like, depending on like 15 to 20-ish dollars a pop. And the purple, I feel like I had already. Rookie mistake. See, those are like almost dupes, right? And then this one I don't have a dupe for. So that's really beautiful. So in a way, the only new ones that I ended up getting are these three. Learned a lesson. I'll close that out because again, this is why I need its own container. It's because it's getting messy. So I'm going to put that over here because I know this by this container that it's, that it's blush in there. Ooh, this is one of my favorite blushes. And they discontinued this because they stopped making 502 lines and Last Night. I do not want to pan this because it's one of my favorites. I haven't found a dupe for that. Suku. This is like their individual blush. I love that. That is Suku 127 blush. Oh, this one. Yeah, I hadn't thought about this one already. So this is 102, and this was marketed as for medium deep, medium tan skin tones. And this formula is definitely different than 101. This 101 is really pigmented, but I reach for this one more just because I don't have to work as hard for this, and just it spreads easier. I think the quality of these blush pans are not as good as the individual ones. So there's no reason I need both of these. I'm going to keep this and try to pan it. I'm going to try to sell this or give this away even to a friend who might want this. Oh, and then there's this, which I haven't touched. So I am not that great. Maybe I can start working on this. This is my project pan. These are a lot of Sydney Gray shades, random Natasha Denona shade. And these are, I think some of these are, these 4 are from Clionadh. They're not the special shades. They're a little bit cheaper, but they're just as pretty and pigmented. Look at that. And the quality of these Clionadh circles are similar to, I think, of Sydney Grace. So can you tell I love green? Do you think I got enough green? Anyway, I ended up making my own green palette, which is ridiculous since I ended up buying that Natasha Denona green palette. And then these are so pretty. These ones are Sydney Grace. I'm actually going to pull that out to encourage myself to use that more. So you can see I have now this the space here. And then I want to see if I can move this forward because then I can see it more and then I'll use it more. Now the question is I need to fill up that back space. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to close that for now. Oh boy. Okay, I just got this, so I'm not going to get rid of that. These are all my Pat McGrath palettes, the Mothership palettes. Holiday one. Obviously, I'm not gonna touch any of those. They are not going anywhere. I'm gonna put this aside. I gotta figure out what to do with that. These are my Viseart. I'm gonna put this here because I feel like, well, these are, think about that. These, I love this one, Extravagance, yes, palette. I love this. Is my only Marc Jacobs one. This one, Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like I want to try to project pan that one too. My Byredo palettes, Disco. I'm laughing because you can see the divots, Metal Boots in the Snow. You can see like I just demolished that glitter shade, which I never will touch again. It's called again Corporate Colors. So I'm keeping all of those, obviously. I'm going to put this here because I need to use that. Oops. What is this? Oh, the Givenchy palette. That was from Holiday. Really pretty. So I'm going to put that over here. Suku. Oh, here are the blush and highlighters. So I want to keep all the Suku together, but obviously that's not happening. So I'm going to put this in the blush or the cream blushers because then I know in the summer I'm going to gravitate towards those more. Let's see. Oh, random Chanel. This, oh, the blurry green palette. Okay, let me pull these are the 3 Chanel palettes that I have. This is the controversial one. This is the holiday one. What is it called? The number 5. It's so controversial. So many people like hated it or like loved it. I was pretty neutral about it. I mean, I could have just not gotten it, but I got it because who doesn't like a little glam and glitz in their life? I've used that a couple times actually, mostly during the holidays. So this one. This is the Chanel Intense palette. Now, controversial, I am not buying any more. Well, so I will say this, that I'm really attracted to the Mediterranean and then the 2 blushes of the new Chanel spring release. However, I am resisting from buying because I feel like a couple things, like the Chanel products have gone up in price. And although folks are saying that formula for Mediterranean is similar to the Charlotte Tilbury special shades, I don't think it's going to show up on my tan skin. And I'm not going to pay $65 for something that's a wash of color. And I think it's going to be a similar dupe for this. It's not the same, but it's a similar vibe. And I already own this. So I'm not going to pay $65 for something that barely shows up on my skin. So that palette, that Mediterranean, is a wash of color, like beigey light colors, whereas this has more depth. And I actually do like this palette a lot. I don't love it. Yeah, if that gives you some perspective. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so these are my Chanel's, and actually I'm gonna put them here separately from my Suku stuff because it's mixing up. My blurry green, I love this palette. I have a review on that if you want to check that out. So I really don't have a lot of Chanel eyeshadow palettes because I find they're too light for me as a tan skin person, and a lot of it doesn't show up. And that's a lot of money to spend on a subpar, what I consider a subpar color storing quality. Moving to these, I need to find a way to store these. So definitely I see another palette in store, like one of those V palettes in store for me. These are Surratt singles that I got when they were on sale. Really fun. Now, these are Suku palettes. And let me start with my older Suku palettes. Sorry, these are a little bit dirty. This is my favorite one. This is before they reformulated it to the formula it is now. If this is pre-Signature Eyes, I might say something controversial here in that I actually prefer the older color stories. I think they were a little bit more adventurous and fun, and the quality is different. It's not better, it's just different. So the color stories and the quality remind me like of a more amped up Surratt. So it's slurry, but it was pigmented. I feel like the new formula, it's slurry and pretty, but it's not as pigmented. Or maybe it's the color choice. I'm not sure, but I actually prefer the old formulation. And, you know, as a tan person, you know, what I'm looking for is it going to show up on me? And like, look how pretty this color story is. So this is my favorite Suku palette. She is not going away. This is 133. It doesn't say a name on it. Okay, next Suku palette. Oh, this is pretty too. And again, this is pre-reformulation. I just think that the pigmentation was just amped up more. See, that keeps going. That's a beautiful color. So any of these older formulations, I'm not getting rid of it. And there's usually, in these old formulations, there's generally one, if not two, maybe three colors I gravitate to. And in a quad, that's a win for me. Just look at how pretty that is. That color is so pretty. Okay, so now let's move to the Signature Eye. Now this is the reformulation. And then you're gonna see a difference on these. Signature Color Eye 05 Akegage. I do like this red because it's, you don't see very many reds in shadow curations, at least like a red like that. So you can see this is like a different formulation. It's also very beautiful, but it's different quality. You see it's an old formulation, new formulation. They switched to having these glitter toppers that barely show up, and that's that one. Whereas I feel like they did have some glitter toppers, but they could also be standalone shades, and I kind of miss that. But that's just my opinion. I think I just miss the old formula. And let's see this. This is 102. This might be limited edition, so I am not I'm not getting rid of the limited edition ones. That's such a pretty color. Okay, so you're staying. This is the purple one. Yes, this is 101, I think. No, 103. Curated that color story. Now we're back to the Signature Eye series. This is part of the permanent line, so you can get these. This is 04. This is very pretty too. I like these two colors the most. Okay. And this is a strange one. I feel like I don't like this, and then I put it on and I like it. And that sometimes happens with Suku. It's kind of cool tone. That's why I like it. Oh, this one, You're Staying. I had to hunt you down. And this one, oh, the orangey one. This is so hard. I don't want to get rid of any of my Suku. Look at that. See, usually there's one in there that just keeps me from tossing it. Now these are like from this past year, which I'll show you them to you and then I'll let you know. I did not like this quad. I feel like this is why I'm eyeing Dior Tutu. This ended up looking ashy on me. And the only color I like in that is this, but I have similar colors you can see in my collection. So I think I'm gonna pass that along or try to sell that. This one, I did not like it. This yellow ended up looking, because of my skin tone, you can see it's just it's not happening. This one I was kind of indifferent about. I feel like I could have skipped this collection too. I don't know what's going on with Suku. I feel like they need a little help with their color curation. Oh, I liked it for that color. Okay, here, and then this one. Oh, I love this color, this one. This is what I mean. See, there's usually one color in there that it sucks me in. Okay, so it's gonna be one of these, if not both. Let me see. I don't know if I like this one very much. Okay, what I'm gonna do is like put these aside. And this is what I do when I don't know for sure if I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, what I'm gonna do is pull these aside and try these 1 or 2 more times. And if I'm not feeling it, then I'm gonna try to sell them. That was hard because I really like Suku, but I feel like the last 2 releases, I spent a lot of money and then I wasn't wowed by them. Does that ever happen? You know, I don't want to be brand loyal. It's just more just like each collection is going to be different. And sometimes you just can't have winners all the time. Eyeshadow quads. I think I can do this. So I have room. What I want to do is I'm going to separate it, knowing I have to test these 2 out here. Okay, so I'm going to keep it separate for now. So now we're down to here, and you can see I end up using, this is what I meant by the cloths. I got these, this is what I meant by the cloths. I got these at Amazon. It's a similar texture as this one, and this was like I think a $30 cloth. And I think I got like maybe a dozen of these for, I don't know, 10 bucks. So if you want a hot tip on makeup, I mean, I don't care if eyeshadow or cream products get stuck on there. I mean, it's just a rag. It's my makeup rags. They're very static, so things get stuck. Obviously, we're keeping her. And yeah, rest in power, Mel. I almost don't want to use this. Is that silly? I'll use it when I honor her, you know? It's very special is what I'm saying. That's why I put it down here. I just don't want it to break because I'd probably cry. The things I don't want to use and I want to keep. So this is the Jean-Michel Basquiat Urban Decay mashup. I often wonder, like, what would Jean-Michel think if he knew his artwork were on drugstore makeup? But neither here nor there. The estate of Jean-Michel decided this. He is one of my favorite artists. So I didn't know this collection came out, so I ended up getting this on eBay. I'm not going to get rid of this because I just did this, and here's the crown. I did this as a collector item. I bought this purely from the packaging because, again, he's one of my favorite artists. These are my Tom Fords. And it just took me a second to think if I'm realistically going to get rid of any of these. And I'm going to be honest, none of them are going. I love Tom Ford, like the older quads. They're my special ones. The ones I know that don't work for me, I've actually gotten rid of. And I have 6 Dior quads, actually 7. What's up here is the top shelf is, and I'm not going to pan my Dior. I'm not interested in panning this. It actually broke. This is Cruise 22. Cruise look. Let's see, we have Mitza, House of Dreams, Soft Cashmere. This is Dune. Oh, her. So pretty. This is a great summer shade. I'm going to keep this. This is Golden Nights. I think this is the holiday palette. Yes. That's a fun one. I'm not going to get rid of you. I think that might have been limited edition as well. This is Jungle. Oh, I know what Jungle is already. That's my favorite Dior Quint. This is Soft Cashmere. Beautiful. Beautiful, cool tone. House of Dreams. I think some of you saw my review on that. Mitza, which I feel like on the fence about. I feel like this gives me the bronze and Tasha Dona vibes. I think what it is, I saw it on other people and I thought it looked really pretty, but I'm just going to be honest with myself at this point. I think when I saw other people, they had lighter complexions than me. Maybe they were medium, but maybe like 1 or 2 shades lighter than me, and it just looks different, right, when your undertone and your skin color. So I think I'm going to, it doesn't come with a cover, I'm going to try to sell that or give it to my sister. Oh no, there's a cover. There's a cover. Here you go. Here, oh, 2 Chantecaille. This is Monte Carlo. No, Grand Canal. And that is Tibet, I believe. Yes, Tibet. These are beautiful. I do not want to get rid of these. These are a special formula. I don't know. It's interesting. I think this was the older one. This is like a raised glitter, and this is not. So this is a really special formula. I wish Chantecaille did more of these in different colors, but they have kind of been doing these, which they're pretty. I just am not over the moon about them. So I kind of feel like these are special too. I don't want to get rid of those. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury. This is Queen of Glow. Oh, this is pretty. This reminds me of Suspicion and Tom Ford. So that's Suspicion, and this is Queen of Glow. And I think y'all, some of you know, she used to work for Tom Ford, or maybe she was a creative director, which means that she's in charge of the color creation and all that. So this is Suspicion, Tom Ford. I feel like this is her version of Suspicion, but in her own name. This is more subtle, but boy, just like when I glam it up, it's beautiful. Because this is the wet and dry formula. You know, I am going to keep this. I've used this on and off. What I do is layer that with other, I've layered that with other quads. Mesmerizing Maroon. Copper Charge. Oh, this is also like very new creation of like the retro and Wayne Goss and Cashmere have pushed this aside. Yeah. And I think it's time for me to let go of these. I think I hear of Charlotte Tilbury that the quads start to look the same after a while. So it's very similar. It just, yeah. So I'm gonna let this one go. This is, oh, the Star Aura. I love this one. This is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury quad of hers. It's so basic. It's so basic. I'm actually gonna try to pan that. So back here are all my Natasha Denona. The only one that I would possibly get rid of is the gold palette. Okay, so this gives me some space. And I need to find something to block that dead area. And I already, as you can see, I started already deep, like switching some out. So I don't think I have the brain power to put the original ones in. Natasha Denona, the Metropolis palette I ended up getting. I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of these. I created a new palette with this. And I truly do not need any more eyeshadows. Oh no! Okay, you know what? Girlfriend, you need to go. You know, I started mixing these with these. I started curating my own palettes. So recently I got the new green and brown palette, so I don't need this anymore. This is really great for traveling, but for if you drop it, it starts to break. And I just, sometimes Natasha Denona, they're just so pretty. These shimmer shades or glitter shades, whatever you want to call them. I know there's like, I don't know, a million different formulas that she keeps reformulating, but they just break really easily. I don't think I'm particularly rough with my things. So I don't think I'm gonna close these, and I think for another time I can start mixing and matching again. And that's what I started doing with these Natasha Denona palettes. At some point I was thinking about which ones would I think about rehoming. I love that plant palette, by the way. This is when I thought I was a warm tone lover, because this is the first one I got, and I'm like, I don't need the cool tone one. I have the bronze one. I'm a warm tone lover. And then I got this and I was like, oh my goodness, I love this even more than this. The thing about this is the biggest criticism, and it's true, well, at least what I think is, at least for me, all the color stories started looking the same on my eyelids. Whereas these are just like next level, just gorgeous. So I don't know why I waited so long to get this. So I love this more than that. And it's a different kind of warm tone, right? So you know what I might do is move this forward. Okay, because I made room. I made lots of room. So if anything, I was thinking about getting rid of that bronze palette and maybe the Love palette, which is so pretty to look at. Again, it's like the packaging. I get sucked in and then like I don't use it. I use this a lot in the summer, but this past one I didn't because I got distracted with other palettes. I think I'm going to keep this. I think this is much more original than this. I just kind of have this like love meh relationship with Natasha Denona. I think I love it, and then like literally a mess happens and then I get really angry at it. It's like your friend that's really fun until she throws up. I've used that analogy a lot with Natasha Denona. She's your fun, hot friend that has a lot of tension when you go clubbing or at the bar or anywhere, but then she gets out of hand by like 10 o'clock or 11 because she's drank too much and she threw up, and then you're like, no, she's not cute anymore. So I feel like these are fun, but definitely not the ones I reach for all the time. But my favorite one is this one, and I haven't dug into Metropolis yet, so I'm excited for these two. And then I was just annoyed that this kind of broke, so I am not going to get rid of any of these Viseart palettes because the ones that I've gotten I already know that I'm going to keep. I really love them, and love this for the green. This is like, okay, if you want a cheap dupe of this, it's not going to be the same. But this Going Coconuts palette is fantastic. It's so good. This is probably my favorite one of ColourPop. Such a great palette. So, okay, so now that I'm looking at this, I would rather travel with this and risk breaking it because this is like, I don't know, I think you can get it for on sale like 10 bucks, maybe 12. And this, ridiculous, it's like 5 pans and this is 9. And they say you're paying for quality, but honestly, like, this has outlasted this. Look at this, is a crumbly mess. This is what I'm talking about. So I think I'm gonna pass this one along and then just keep this and just know if I want a cool tone palette, then I'm either gonna bring Going Coconuts or what is this, cashmere, soft cashmere would be a great one to travel with here. Mandalorian, I think a lot of you've seen this palette already. I feel like this video is getting really long, but I'm a sucker for this packaging. I mean, it's Grogu, Baby Yoda, and I just love the colors on here. A sucker for green, is all you know. I don't have too much ColourPop. I mostly do luxury beauty, but sometimes like the packaging and the color story just gets me. I have this Wayne Goss palette, which I love. I feel like the creaminess of it wears down through time. Does that make any sense? Like when you first get it, it's wonderful, but like, I'm gonna see if my sister wants it. So embarrassing, and I know this probably happens to some of you. I do have one palette I have not tried in here. Yeah, this is the palette I have not tried. And I'm actually going to get rid of the packaging because when I don't see it, then I don't try it. I really like this one, so I'm gonna keep that. It's like it's like that nice cool tone palette that I really like. These ones, you know, I should see if these are dupes. I don't know. I'll put that in there. I'm gonna pull this out so I can try it. You know what I might do? I might pull this as like, this is my project pan bin. Okay, so we're at the other part of my makeup area, which I'm still trying to figure out. So I have, this is for makeup that I have bought and have not either reviewed or tried on yet. So these are all staying, I think. Let's see. Which one is this? Goodness, I don't know which one this is. Oh, the Rebel palette. I did not like this. I tried. It was just too frosty. It's the eyeshadow. Oh, no. See, I haven't tried that yet. Obviously, I love these. Okay, so there's nothing in here. This is basically my junk drawer. Not junk. This is where I keep my nail polish, eyelash stuff, extra cosmetic bags. And this La Mer I have this, I'm still testing it out. I don't know if I did a review on this. But this is basically all the stuff that I'm still trying and then doing a review on. So I'm keeping it out because I want to use them. Okay, so that's it for this area. This is the last section of where I do my makeup. And you can see I started pulling out some makeup in the front, and I wanted to use this as my project pan up here. Let's see, I use this for misting. These are just supplies I use. I want to pan this. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. So I'm going to put it in here. I feel like this, actually, whenever I put this close to anywhere else but my under eyelids, I would break. Color Shea, and what was my tell? Yeah, it started to smell. So she needs to go. This is what I mean by the jars. I don't like them because they turn, I feel like they turn faster. This is in shade 35. So again, since it's in, I want to put this in my beautiful foundation. I want to use this as also try to use that in the next 6 months. I don't like this mechanism. I feel like it's really, it's just me. I don't like this. It's gross. I mean, I know it's easy and convenient and people really like this mechanism for her bronzers. I just don't like this like dirty sponge. It reminds me of like dirty sponges that are sitting out. Sorry if I'm grossing anyone out. It just reminds me of like what sponges in the sink. So I'm going to toss that because I don't even want to pass it along because it grosses me out. I'm going to toss these. I want to use this corrector up. It's 3WO. And I didn't like it as an under eye corrector. And it could be because I got the wrong color. 3WO is my exact shade, so I felt like it wasn't brightening, and that could have been the reason why. So what I'm actually going to do is I've used this actually as foundation. And so I've just used that. I want to use that up. Oh, this one. I don't know what I don't like this Chanel concealer. I'm going to see if my sister's going to use it. Fenty Beauty, this gloss. I used to track them, my makeup, to see when they expired. As you can see, this is way past expiration. But not only that, I think this is like, this is my favorite color gloss. And let me show you. I think it's like the perfect gloss. And it has like shimmer in it. And it has like this vanilla smell that just never went away. So I found my perfect replacement for this, and it's the Affair gloss. Let me grab it. It's not a dupe because this is a little bit more, let's see, you'll see it. This is more mauve-y and this is more brown. I just love this gloss, but I gotta get rid of it because it's old. You can see the expiration, but the smell. So please, is there anyone that Fenty Beauty is listening? Please do not put fragrance on it. I just hate the smell. But this is like, I think it's like the most quote unquote universal for tan, deeper skin friendly people. This, I just love the color, but the smell is just the worst. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to do with these two. And there's something about these stick concealers that don't work for me. You know what I'm going to try to do? Okay, I'm going to put this in my use pile, and I need to remember to do this. I'm going to try to use this, yeah, because I can spread it. I want to see if I can use this as a primer on my eyelids and then powdering it and see if that will work. If not, they're going to go away. This is Sunkissed, and this is Au Revoir. This is part of the holiday line of 2021. So this one, when I get deeper and just for summer, it's just so glorious. So I'm actually proud that I actually got through that much. I just like this dispenser. It's much more hygienic than that Charlotte Tilbury. So, and this goes on my top shelf. I'm keeping it partially, I'm going to be honest, because of the packaging, but you know, it's a really good product. Look how pretty that is. These are great one and dones, by the way. That's the hype on it. And I almost got rid of them, and then I realized I should use them either wet, and then this came into my life, and then all the fallout madness I get from some things are all cured now with this. This is my like top shelf item. What's next? So I have this I need to put down here. I mean, I do use sponges once in a while, but very rarely. That's why it's over here. Oh God, what are these? Glass Lip Glow. No, I'm never gonna use that. I can pass it on to a friend. I've never opened it. Hair Slick. Oh, I've used this with my baby hairs. Actually, I need to put that because I get really fussy. I get really mad when that baby hair. I'm smelling this if it has a smell. I don't, sometimes Suku skincare has a smell and I don't like it. Okay, this could work. I don't know what this is about though. It's a primer, so I'm gonna put that over there so I use it. What's in here? Oh, I keep pulling this drawer too because I keep reaching for stuff. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of anything. These are my creams. These are my lip glosses. I never use the red ones. And my dog chewed that. So I was like, I'm gonna keep it because the holiday's coming up. You know what? I'm just being real. Like, I never use these and they're probably past expiration. Let's see. I actually do use this one because it's got this really just fun. This is the fun thing about Pat McGrath. I love her glitter lipstick or glitter lip glosses. And where the star is are these glitter ones from Pat McGrath. So I'm gonna put that here. So, oh, this probably needs to go. This is Faux Real, I'm gonna say. Yeah, Faux Real. Yeah, this is past its expiration, but this is a fun one. It's a great when you have a color that's like too much that you want to cool down. Get rid of that. And this one I just got, I remember, Aphrodisiac. This is like a really pretty pink. I think I use this a lot in the summer. See that? Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't ever reach for it. My Lisa Eldridge glosses, Beauty, Muse, Go Lightly. Those are all new and I know they're not expired. I think I've done a really good job of getting rid of a lot of things and I think that's it. Okay, so that's it for my project Declutter. You saw a lot of my madness of makeup. I have 2 other videos that I'm thinking about just kind of showing you what I ended up curating for my project pan this year. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please go ahead and consider subscribing, ringing the notification bell, and commenting and liking below. And as always, please be kind to yourself and others and just be you. And until the next video, I'll see you later. Bye.